The first thing I felt was the cold, sharp, metallic, like someone had slid an ice pick gently between my ribs. The blister pack lay half hidden beneath folded blouses, its foil catching the bedroom light just enough to betray its presence. My wife, Erin, hummed softly to herself as she zipped up a side pocket of her suitcase, unaware that my world had just stopped. She hadn't taken birth control in almost 3 years. Not since we started trying. My throat tightened. There has to be an explanation. I clung to that thought like a lifeline, gripping it until my knuckles whitened. But beneath that thin thread of hope was something darker, an instinctive dread that gnawed at the edges of my sanity. "Hey," I said, forcing my voice steady, "you packing everything you need?" She glanced up with that easy, unguarded smile she'd always carried, the one I used to believe meant I knew her. "Yeah, just the essentials. Long week ahead." She stretched, groaning slightly, and turned toward the sink to gather her toiletries. I stared at the pills again. Why bring these? Why now? My pulse hammered in my ears. When she returned, I slid my hand casually over the pack, as if stabilizing the clothes beneath. "New medication?" I asked. Her smile faltered for the smallest fraction of a second, so quick I wondered if I imagined it. "Oh, just vitamins." She zipped the suitcase shut before I could respond. A lie. Not blatant, but unmistakable in its brittleness. All evening, our knees shadowed her movements, an extra-long shower, flinching when her phone buzzed, laughter that didn't reach her eyes. I watched everything, dissecting each detail until my head buzzed with suspicion and guilt. What kind of husband watches his wife like she's a criminal? But the better question clawed back. What kind of wife lies so easily? Later, after she'd fallen asleep, I lay awake in the dark, staring at the faint glow of her phone charging on the nightstand. I didn't want to look. I told myself that again and again. Trust shouldn't require proof. But trust had cracks now. Hairline fractures spreading with every breath. My trembling fingers unlocked her phone. I hated myself for knowing her passcode. The messages were mundane at first, work threads, grocery reminders, until I saw the thread pinned at the top. No name, just an initial, M. My stomach dropped. I opened it. The conversation was careful but intimate, coded phrases, inside jokes, plans that stretched beyond the boundaries of professional or casual friendship. And then one message, 2 days old. "Same hotel as last time. Can't wait to see you again." My vision blurred. Again. The word gutted me. I set the phone down as if it burned. My heartbeat was a frantic, wounded animal inside my chest. I wanted to wake her, to scream, to demand explanations she could never convincingly give. But I didn't move. I just watched her sleep, peaceful, trusting that I still believed in her. Dawn crept through the curtains before I finally found my voice. "Erin," I whispered. She stirred, blinking. What is it?" I held up the blister pack. Her face drained of color. Not surprise, fear, recognition, shame. "Please," she breathed, sitting up, "let me explain." "Explain." My voice cracked. "You lied. You hid things. You." "It's not what you think," she said quickly, clutching my forearm. "I wasn't cheating on you." Her eyes glistened. For a moment, hope flickered, tiny, fragile. "Then what?" I asked, barely audible. She swallowed. I was going to leave you. I didn't want to get pregnant before I did." Silence. A vast, shattering silence. The truth hit harder than any affair. She'd ended us long before I ever suspected. And the worst part, the part that hollowed me out, was that she hadn't left for someone else. She'd left from me. I released her hand slowly, feeling the last thread between us snap. She looked away first.